Hello, hello, hello. I'm Sonia Folayan, and this is the Mind and Mana channel here on YouTube. Mind and Mana. Why Mind and Mana? Because I believe that what we think about expands and that God provides something for us every day. So I really want to just focus on the connection between what we think about and what we're able to do. This channel does center the voices of Black women 55 and up, or for those women who are interested in thinking about their retirement, where they are, uh, and for women who are interested in improving their finances so that they can level up to a more intentional and soft lifestyle that includes freedom, rest, travel, and ease. If any of these topics sound of interest to you, then please do like, subscribe, share, and comment. Um, I am going to talk today about a medical checklist for moving abroad. This is part two um, of the two broadcasts. I posted one last week, which actually talked about your actual checklist. Today, I want to talk some about some things to keep in mind, some risks to be aware of as you travel, and just some things that you should bring around with you. One of the things that's really important is that you should be aware of the frequent sources of diseases that might affect your food or your drink, your water, animals, proper hygiene, using antiseptic wipes, all those things, cleaning your fruit and vegetables thoroughly, avoiding eating raw food, dirty food, drinking only bottled water when you're traveling are some safeguards to prevent you from getting Montezuma's revenge. You really want to avoid getting that, if at all possible, because it's very uncomfortable. It's like never-ending diarrhea. Your bottom gets raw, and it's just horrible. Stomach upset, because the body is an amazing thing, and if it senses something that should not be there, it's going to do whatever it can with all its might to get rid of it, and you're going to feel the consequences of it. If you're coming to Mexico, you're going to be told to avoid the water. It's not so much that the water is not clean. Um, these are, for the most part, very modern cities and communities and towns and villages. Some of the rural areas have well water, and there may be some things that you need to think about in terms of that. But really, what it is our bodies. If our bodies have grown up in one area of the world, we're not familiar with the flora and fauna and the micro flora and fauna of other places. So our bodies are not accustomed to the bacteria that are native here, and our bodies are going to fight them. So one of the things that you want to do, like if you're going about, let's say you're trying out the street food, let's say in Mexico. One of the things that I always look for in terms of a street vendor is whether they have access to water, running water, or if they have a good water source. If they don't, then that's going to be a stand that I avoid. I also look for stands or vendors that have long lines of people and repeat customers. That's another good indication that it's going to be a safe place that you can frequent. I can't stress enough the importance of washing your fruit and vegetables. What we do here is we use a bactericida, a bactericide. This one is able to be purchased in the grocery stores. This is actually a Sam's Club product. It eliminates, it says 99% of bacteria. We wash our food in this. The other thing that I use is a product called Microdine. Again, you soak your fruit and vegetables in it and a few drops of the bactericide. It gets rid of the germs. and you can consume your vegetables with ease. It's just a simple thing. Some people at home might wash their vegetables and fruit with baking soda, or you soak it or whatever. This is just something that we do here. It doesn't take but a few moments. It's second nature. But I was going through these little things kind of fast, and I found that this was a much better buy for me. So being aware of your surroundings, not getting too lax. It's really important to understand that your bodies are going to need some time to adjust to the new place, the new bacteria that are growing. So you want to protect yourself in terms of that. Even in terms of swimming, if you want to know where to show off that brand new swimsuit, you're going to be in good hands if you're going to a chlorinated pool or to a spa, that kind of thing. Um, you want to avoid swimming holes and places where you're not familiar, where you don't see a lot of people. Again, you want to be as safe as you possibly can, and avoid problems. You want to also make sure that you go ahead and pack some insect repellent, some hand sanitizer. If you're going to be in a really tropical area, you might want to bring your own mosquito nets. You want to bring long sleeved garments if you're going to be in the tropical, subtropical areas, cotton fabric that's going to breathe, those kind of things, your citronella incense, your citronella candles, whatever it is that you're going to use to keep the insects away. Okay, let's talk about medical supplies. I would advise that you carry a brand new first aid kit in your luggage. You can ask your family doctor, your pharmacist, a nurse assistant, pharmacy assistant for an up to date list of recommended items to put in your kit. And again, as I said, don't forget to put in your hand sanitizer, your masks, your sanitary wipes. Um, you want to put in your tampons and your condoms, and maybe some anti-yeast products. Always be prepared. If you have any prescription drugs, don't forget to add a decent supply to your medical kit. Um, and you want to take into account some common sense things. You want to keep your drugs in their original package, complete with the package insert. You want to take a copy of your original prescription with you if you are taking prescription meds. You want to add a brief letter by your doctor explaining why you have to take the medicine. And that's important because um, just in the rare opportunity that your medicine is confiscated by customs officials or TSA officials in a foreign place, um, some places have very, 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 very strict laws and rules about transporting narcotics. So having a letter from your doctor it's a good insurance policy for your safety and for you to be able to have what you need. Um, let's see. Uh, Also, you want to check ahead if you are using contraceptives. You want to check ahead to see what the availability is, where you are going. If you're not sure whether your medicine is available overseas, you want to check that out ahead of time before you leave. Um, you also could ask your OBGYN to mention in their letter that you have about your prescription meds that you have to take it for treating menstrual irregularities. And that's another safeguard for you. Um, it may be that the medicine you need is not available for as a contraceptive, but if you have your doctor indicate that you need it for menstrual irregularities, more than there's that you can get your hands on it. Also, it's advised that you get a medical check before you leave the country. If you're a woman in a foreign country, the same basic rules apply for being healthy, common sense. Uh, Use your safety, common sense. You want to always be proactive. You want to be prepared. You want to be protected. Um, and you want to do a few extra steps just to stay ahead of the game when you are abroad so that you can stay healthy. There are a few things you may be confronted with concerning your physical well-being. Medical insurance, as well as birth control, family planning, common illnesses may raise certain difficulties. So you want to make sure that you get sufficient prenatal or medical care if you are in that, if you're still in that in the fertile ages, or if your daughters are fertile in those ages. And also to be aware that not every skipped period means pregnancy. Traveling, major moves, shifts in diet, stress, all of that can affect the menstrual cycle. So there additional stress that your body may be undergoing and how that might manifest. I'm well past those period years, but I do know that when I travel, I really have to allow 3 to 5 days body to adjust to all the travel, different time zones, different food, the stress of going in and out of airports. Uh, um, your body, you need to give your body some time to adjust and to really acknowledge that your body is in transition, your mind is in transition, your spirit is in transition. Jet travel is amazing, but jet travel is jet travel, and it does affect how we feel and function. Um, Other common ailments that women living abroad can face are genital yeast infections and UTIs. So it's important to wear loose fitting clothing, cotton underwear and skirts rather than trousers, especially in those hot and humid climates. And also, eating yogurt can help with your probiotic production. If everything else fails, you can put some over-the-counter anti-yeast meds in your travel kit, and you want to drink plenty of water, cranberry juice, all those things to kind of keep things at bay, and to get to see a good OBGYN and a physician as soon as you can feasibly manage that. Let's see. You want to think about general medical standards, do some research on standards. Um, can you just go and see a doctor in your neighborhood? Do you have to have an appointment? Do you need to be a member of a medical group? Can you see a specialist? Can you go to a private facility? You want to kind of do some uh, questioning before you make your trip abroad. If you know someone who lives in the area, you can ask those questions ahead of time. And if not, that's part of the research that you want to do. Also understanding that some countries have stricter hygienic standards than others. Others have basic medical supplies and standards. So you want to kind of know where you are, how trustworthy the area is, so that you can navigate freely and fully. Mexico has actually wonderful medical facilities. In fact, medical tourism is really big down here. The facilities, the buildings may be old, um, cobblestone streets, uh, stucco and adobe buildings maybe on the outside, but the facilities are state of the art on the inside, and doctors are well trained. So that's part of what you want to know and think about as you leave. You also want to talk to your doctors about which immunizations and travel medications are safe for you. They can also advise you on which supplements you should take and what rules to consider for avoiding certain other diseases. Um, so you want to just want to kind of think about all of those things. Um, Make sure that you get a good medical checkup before you leave, especially if you're going to be gone for a while. Um, be knowledgeable about the transporting of uh, certain narcotics across international lines, what that means. And if you are reliant upon a narcotic, certain medications, make sure that you talk to your doctor before you leave. Um, If you can think of any other things that would be wise to consider, drop those in the comments. I hope that you all have really, really wonderful and safe travels in this season to come. Uh, the mad summer dash travel, which was crazy this summer, is kind of coming to an end. We've passed Labor Day now in the U.S., so things are going to dissipate a little bit. But travel, have fun, be safe, and I think that's going to be all for now. All right, take care. Bye bye.